Welcome, fans of Absolute Intense Wrestling. This is the wrap-up show of Girls Night Out 17. As you can see, the arena is emptying out. The sets are being torn down. The ring is being torn down. But what a night of action. Unbelievable.
Oh, fantastic evening.
So many debuts here tonight. Very first matchup, MJ Jenkins making her debut versus Solo Darling returning. Speaking of which, Solo Darlings, come on in here. Come on in here.
I'm leaving all my stuff.
Solo, step on in here.
Do I step in the middle?
You can come right in the middle here.
I'm in the middle.
You're in a sandwich, I guess.
Oreo. What's up?
Sure.
Okay, backward. Well,
Oreos. That's a very
we're vanilla Oreos.
Yeah, we're all vanilla Oreo.
golden.
Your tail got mangled
Yeah, actually,
multiple times.
It has mango marks in it. I just want to let you guys know. It's super nappy right now because of what MJ did to it, and I'm not happy. These are custom tails from the Enchanted Forest. I wish I were kidding.
So tell us a little bit about your opponent. She was making her absolute debut here tonight. Tell us a little bit about MJ Jenkins and how you feel her future in this business will go.
Oh, well, cheese and rice. First of all, she needs to be nicer. I feel like her Rudy Pants level is surpassing her niceness on the scale, like the hot and crazy scale. Like, you got to be nice. Sure. You can be a little Rudy Pants for fun. Everyone likes Stone Cold, right? But his niceness will surpass that. I feel like if he had extra beer, he would give you the beer.
Yeah.
Right. She's just singing about, she's just sassing around about AIW fans and herself. Like, you know, Michael Jackson is like a legend. Right? I feel like she's all like, oh, MJ Jenkins.
Did you like her singing, though? I mean, she came out to her. She didn't even have a song. She came out to her singing.
I'm not going to lie, though. She sings good. She does sing good. I know her from the House of Truth. We all worked out there. So we were all students. We were friends at one point. And she was like, I like your tail. And then she goes ahead and chews it. Like, you don't think I feel that? That hurts my soul.
Go ahead, Pedro.
Well, Solo Darling, you were able to pick up the win here tonight against MJ Jenkins. Congratulations and good luck in future here in Absolute Intense Wrestling and Girls Night Out.
I want all the shiny.
All the shiny, all the
bling
bling.
I heard that it's made with chocolate, but I don't know if someone just told me that to get me to win more.
I don't think
I can
that's
neither
true.
confirm nor deny that. I haven't ever tried to eat it, so.
So I guess we have something to look forward to.
All right. In
There
the
you go.
future, Solo Darling. Also making her absolute debut, Maria Manic over wrestling Samantha Heights here tonight. And what an impressive debut.
Yeah, absolutely. Fun little match there.
The sheer size of Maria, I think it really impressed the Absolute Intense Wrestling fans.
Tall young lady, long in the legs,
Kind of
blonde in the hair.
Scary individual, let me tell you what.
Yeah. She brought it. She brought the intensity to Absolute Intense Wrestling in her debut.
Oh, very good wordplay there.
Thank you.
In our third match, we had Angel Dust taking on Brittany Blake. Angel Dust, the former Absolute Women's Champion.
Absolutely, and always a favorite here.
You know, pound for pound, I firmly believe Angel Dust is one of the absolute best women's wrestler in all the world.
Oh, kudos to a little wordplay on yourself there.
Oh, you know what? I just do this so well that I didn't even realize it.
It's amazing.
Angel Dust able to pick up the win. Then a match that was supposed to be for the Absolute Women's Championship. It was supposed to be Crazy Mary Dobson taking on the champion, Heidi Lovelace. Due to circumstances beyond our control, Heidi Lovelace not able to appear here tonight. But Crazy Mary Dobson issues an open challenge, and who answers? Nicole Savoy, making her absolute debut, and I believe she really impressed the Intense fans tonight.
Oh, you know, I tell you what, I think the fans are a little disappointed at first because Heidi wasn't here. We were supposed to have a championship match. We didn't get to, but Nicole Savoy, she answered the call more than I don't know. It's more than willingly. I mean, just did a phenomenal job. What a match those two ladies had.
Proving she was the queen of the suplexes. Once we came back from intermission, we saw Marty Bell with the Miley Cyrus of professional wrestling, Ray Lynn, taking on Kelly Klein. Now, Kelly Klein, I'm going to go on record here, is one of my favorites. I've known Kelly for many years.
Playing favorites now.
I'm not really playing favorites. It's just more of a travel the roads kind of thing.
Okay.
When you've worked for an individual in Cincinnati that was very, very scary, and, well, he's a former AIW alum. When you've worked for New Jack in Cincinnati,
oh, absolutely,
you form a bond with someone. Yes.
Okay,
so
yeah.
That's my rundown with Kelly Klein. Marty Bell using a little bit of nasty tactics in that matchup, using the hairspray and a little help from Ray Lynn to pick up the win over Kelly Klein.
No surprise there, huh?
Not really. It's kind
the
of
usual for Marty Bell coming here to AIW.
And then in our next contest, and look, here comes one of our competitors in that contest, Britt Baker taking on a newcomer to Absolute Intense Wrestling,
one of our
Sonya Strong.
AIW students. Come on over,
One of our
Britt.
students. Britt, come on in here. Get in the middle here. Britt, you took on the formidable challenge of Sonya Strong. Tell us a little bit about your match here tonight.
It was definitely more of like a technical wrestling match. She's trained by Amazing Red. I trained with obviously Johnny and Candace, AIW Zone, so it was definitely kind of back and forth. She was tough. She brought the heat. There was no, there was no playtime there. So, yeah.
You picked up the victory. Sonya Strong, new to AIW. You being a student here, though, you've already kind of won over this crowd. They were not having it from her going against you. Did you feel that crowd, that energy?
I did. As soon as you walk through the curtain, it's awesome here. They erupt, and you can't help but, like, it's just so contagious. I'm like, yes. Pittsburgh took over Cleveland tonight, I think, right?
Well,
Right?
you can take that
well.
momentum because on your horizon, May the 27th, you are entered into the JT Lightning Invitational.
I am.
One of the few women to ever compete in that tournament,
know.
and you have a very tall task ahead of you. Are you ready for that challenge?
Absolutely. I'll be training my butt off, and I mean, like, it's obviously a huge honor to be in that, so obviously I'm going to bring my A game. I will be here, you'll be here, you'll be there.
Gary, you'll be here? All right, Gary,
Good.
Gary will be here too. All
We'll
right.
all be there. We'll all be there May 27th.
That's for you.
Oh, well, thank you.
That's for you. Thanks, guys.
And hopefully we'll see you on the
It's so-
28th as well.
I'll be there.
It's so unprofessional to chew while you're on the microphone.
Well, now we've got gummy bears.
And now we get to the match that quite possibly stole the show. It was an exhibition tag team Lucha Libre rules matchup. And let's bring in one of the men that was in that. DJ Z, if we could get you to step in here. I
Come on
know
over.
you're worried about your partner.
Welcome to the wrap-up show, sir.
Hey, what's up, guys?
DJ, first of all, congratulations on that amazing matchup.
Thank you. I appreciate
Was
that.
fantastic.
Normally, men's matches are not part of Girls Night Out shows, but the level of talent that you were able to help bring into AIW for this matchup, unbelievable. I know you're worried about your partner. For those of you at home that don't know, DJ Z's tag team partner suffered a dislocated shoulder in the
Yeah.
He's down in the locker room now. We're trying to get some medical staff down there. But DJ, take us back to that match and your advanced experience in Mexico. Take us through that match and kind of explain to the fans the Lucha Libre style.
Well, before I do that, first of all, I'd like to thank the promoters here at AIW for giving these guys a chance, considering it was an all-girls show especially. But I know a lot of wrestlers want to get into AIW, so it's not easy to work new, unknown talent in every time. But I do appreciate AIW giving an opportunity to 3 very talented individuals, guys that I train with twice a week in Chicago. And I know how talented they are, and it was really cool for an entire new audience to see how talented these guys are as well. But Lucha Libre, it's an acrobatic display of athleticism is what it is.
It was very,
Yeah.
very acrobatic.
It's for us, it's pushing your body to the limit. It's not necessarily about heels and faces or good and evil. It's not about maybe what's logical. It's just how far can we push our body? What's the craziest things that we can do? And know that we can hit it and know that it's going to get a reaction. It's just taking a bunch of creative ideas and seeing what works, you know. And those guys, they can do some of the most mind-blowing maneuvers out there, and it was really cool for them to get that opportunity. I'm glad everyone appears to be in one piece.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those matches that took us all for a roller coaster ride, if you will. Like you said, you guys absolutely put your bodies on the line. You definitely pushed them all to the limit. We saw so many spots in there where that happened. I mean, speak to the crowd was there right there on that roller coaster ride with you, right? Come talk to them about bringing you guys in here and just the response you got from them tonight.
That was, in a way, like a weird kind of validation for me because I had been bugging John Thorne, telling him, listen, I've got the best kept secrets in wrestling in Chicago. These guys that I train with, like, I was almost annoying or how much I was like putting them over and telling him, like, listen, you got to give them a chance. And I don't do that very often here. There's only been 2 times previously where I've told Thorne, listen, you got to book this guy. One was Tyler Black back in the day.
That was a good call. Good call. Good call.
The other one was Samurai Del Sol. This
Good
was
call.
This was the
Good call.
third time that I've ever told him, listen, please give these guys a chance. And thankfully, gave me a shot, gave these guys a shot, and man, we just wanted to deliver and show that, like, we were all good enough to be on the show and be hopefully a continued part of the show.
Well, I believe you got one of the loudest ovations at the end of the match with the "Please Come Back" chant. DJZ, Shima, to all of us old-timers here in AIW, it's always so much fun to have you back with us. Good luck.
Yeah,
and
congrats on a great match tonight.
And May 27th in the JT Lightning Invitational.
Right, the J-Lit. We'll be back for the J-Lit. The Luchadors won't be back, but I'll be back, and I'll be doing some lucha of my own, so stay tuned. See y'all at the J-Lit.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, DJZ. Going back to the women's side of things, in our semi-main event, Mia Hamm taking on the Rough Challenge. And I can honestly say Mia Hamm was scared to death at the beginning of that match against Shayna Baszler.
She's a legitimate fighter, Pedro.
She is scary. She is downright scary. Like, when she walked through the curtain, I'm like, oh.
Wrestling, MMA, it is her job to beat people up for a living.
I am so sorry. And I think right now we have Shayna Baszler with us. I'm going to kind of step back and let Shayna kind of come in here because I'm a little intimidated. I'm not going to lie.
All right. I'll stand in the middle.
There you go.
Give you some space
here. That's all you, man.
All right.
This is what you call paying your dues in the business.
Yeah, no. I'm ready for this.
I was raised properly. I don't hit boys, so.
I firmly appreciate that.
There you go. Shayna, your first time in Cleveland in front of the AIW crowd. They seem to love you. Did you love them right back? With the exception of one eager young man in the audience tonight.
It's really similar to MMA where you have people that hate you and people that love you. So, I love the ones that love me, and the others, I hate the ones that hate me back. So it's not anything unlike what I've experienced. But I love Cleveland, the city. It's fun. I've heard there's many good beer places, so I'm excited to try all those out.
There's a lot of beer.
And in order to try them all out, I have to come back. So hopefully I can come back.
Shayna, take us a little bit. Your MMA training obviously showed through in that match with your multiple attempts at submission holds. What was your key objective in that match? You worked over the leg, you worked over the arm with a Camaro lock. What was your main focus? Were you trying to end the match with a submission?
My entire MMA career has been I'm a submission artist. I'm the submission magician. Okay. In mixed martial arts, that was one of my nicknames. So I think it's just instinctive for me to look for the finish. I've never, even in a sport like MMA where there's a time limit and it goes to the judges, I've never been a points player. I've always looked for the finish. So it's the same with wrestling. And I think with my catch wrestling background, catch wrestling has a very shared history with pro wrestling and also with MMA. So I think it's all the same to me. So my objective is the same, finish the fight as soon as I can, and that's what I was trying to do.
Your opponent, she's a veteran of the business, Mia Hamm. Unfortunately, you did not pick up the win over her tonight. But speak a little bit to her. It looks like she kind of caught you off guard there at the end and was able to pick up that victory.
I'm still getting used to, as much as I can say that pro wrestling is very similar to MMA, I'm still getting used to the different nuances. She catches me with things that I don't see in MMA, headbutts, drop kicks. I'm used to retaliating by punching, and it didn't work tonight. And I mean, she's a vet and she's a champ, and she showed how savvy and durable she was. I did my best, but I'm learning the game, and I think once I figure that part out, I'm gonna be, she's lucky she caught me early in my career, because I think once I get it all figured out, it's not gonna be so easy.
Well, I'm sure all the AIW fans will agree that you have a very bright future here in our business. And Shayna, I'm going to attempt to shake your hand.
Best of luck. That hand.
I'm scared right now. I'm standing behind you. Best of luck to you in the future, and thank you for joining us here for Girls Night Out 17.
Yes, thank you. We hope to see you back here in Cleveland.
And then it came down to the main event, a match the first time ever in the world as Lufisto took on former 5-time TNA Knockout champion Gail Kim.
Oh, what a match. I think it's something that the fans obviously look forward to all night. They lined up to see Gail Kim, not just for the meet and greet early on, but they were here to see her compete, and compete she did against Lufisto.
And, back and forth, solid contest, both women giving it their all. And you can see why both of these women have been champions all over the world. And what an amazing main event to cap off our show here at Girls Night Out 17. Top to bottom, what a great night for wrestling. Great night for all of us here in Cleveland. And looking forward and moving on to those 2 big dates in May. And what more can you say? We got one more guest.
We've got
two more guests.
We've got plenty of more guests here on the wrap-up
Let's
show.
bring in some guests. Let's bring in Angel Dust.
That
Angel Dust, come on.
absolutely wraps up the matches, but we're going to get some response. Hey, come on here in the middle.
Former absolute women's champion,
Angel
Angel
Dust.
Dust.
But Pedro's not as nervous about you as he was.
We'll see.
Shana,
it's kind of like with Kelly Klein. You know, I have a long
You've got
history
that
with Angel
rapport
Dust.
that-
Sure. We've actually. We used to hang out every Tuesday night in a crappy bar. Every Tuesday night in a crappy bar.
Boy, do we not miss that.
And neither one of us drink, which is the sad thing.
That is the worst part about it.
Angel Dust, you picked up the win here tonight over a very young but up-and-coming competitor in Brittany Blake. Tell us a little bit about Brittany Blake and what you see as her road here in the professional wrestling business.
I tell you what, we worked a few times in the past. We've had a couple matches, nothing major, but she definitely has come a far way, and I definitely see her doing big things here in AIW and in all of pro wrestling. Definitely was happy with taking that win. It's last two in Girls Night Outs that I've gotten a chance to take the victory, and trying to get myself a little more out there and go back for that women's title. I never did get that rematch.
Those sound like fighting words there, Pedro.
That's a AIW exclusive there.
Just to remind everybody from a little while ago, never to get that rematch. But I'm happy with starting back at the bottom, and I don't mind taking up these new up and comers, and it gives me a chance to refocus my goals and show what I do.
Well, the winning streak is intact, so where's that title shot?
Yep, she started from the bottom, and she's back here.
See?
Wanting that title shot. I mean,
the wordplay here is just amazing.
It's a hip hop song. Did you know?
I did know that. I'm just a country boy. Well, Angela, thank you for joining us here for Girls Night Out.
Thank you.
I'm sure we'll see you down the road.
Good night, guys.
All right. If Marty Bell would kind of quit talking to Gail Kim. I think Gail Kim's stepping up.
Whoever wants
Gail Kim, you come on.
We're gonna have plenty of guests.
Oh
boy.
Oh. This is like
wherever you would like to stand. Do we need to be separated or?
Wow.
Did you forget? Do you know where you are?
Bonus
You're
match.
in Cleveland.
Yes.
I live here.
I don't care.
Well, you should.
Who cares, right?
Everybody, where do you live? Cleveland. Where do you live? Cleveland.
I live in Cleveland.
Everyone that cares.
I live in Akron, but
You're in Ohio.
It's south. Well, I mean, we're joined by, I guess, what did we say? A couple of knockouts, Pedro.
current TNA knockouts.
I'm in a
Marty Bell,
sandwich.
stop looking at me like that.
I'm in a knockout
You're gonna
sandwich
smack
right
me.
now.
One very rude one and one very nice one.
Yes, I'm so nice, aren't I, Pedro? Say I'm nice right now. Say I'm nice.
You're so
well,
sweet.
See,
You're
I'm
nice.
I mean, Marty, if we're being honest here, some would say that you picked up a victory tonight with some questionable tactics.
What, skills are questionable now? Being good in the ring is questionable? Being the best at everything is questionable? I mean, I just don't understand. What is it? Is it my strength? Do you question my strength? Because I'm strong.
I'm not questioning your strength.
I'm going to plead the fifth and just turn over here to Gail, who was able to compete tonight at AIW. We appreciated it. The fans were out in full force. You had quite the competitor yourself.
I did.
Speak a little bit to your match.
You know what? I've heard a lot about Fisto. She's Canadian, a fellow Canadian. So, Canadian water, it's in the water, as they say. And I think...
What, germs?
Can you let her have her time?
Sorry.
Can you please
Stop talking right now. So I was really looking forward to facing her, and she was quite a competitor, I must say. She's very strong. She was quicker than I thought she was going to be. She's got more years of experience, actually, than I do, unbelievably. Because, yes, I've been around for a
I was
little
going to
bit.
say, you and Jesus, you guys wrestled.
you
Sorry,
stop?
Sorry.
That would be an intergender match, I guess.
The first intergender match, Gail Kim versus Jesus.
Oh, yeah. And guess who will win?
Well, Jesus, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
I am so uncomfortable right now.
I'm in between this, Pedro.
I think it's her.
It's getting catty in here.
So I'll just leave you guys with your good company.
Before you go, do you want to
God,
say anything
don't
to the
make it
fans that got to see you here tonight, and of course those watching at home?
I always love the fans that come out for all the female shows because they just truly appreciate the work that we put in. So
we always push ourselves to the limit for these guys. So thank you for coming out, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, Gail. Pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, Marty with an attempt at sportsmanship.
I was just trying to shake her hand, and she turned me away. I blame both of you for this. This is both of your faults. Me and her were best friends before we came into this. I don't want to talk to either one of you. I'm done.
All right. Well, that was Gail, Kim, and Marty Bell.
Let's bring in one of the men that are responsible here for AIW. John Thorne, step on in here.
Yeah, in this moment of confusion.
Pilot post-game show.
Oh,
What do we call
I think you just touched my butt,
Right now,
too.
it's just called the AIW wrap-up show.
All right.
Are you good?
We're going with that?
Hashtag it.
Hashtag wrap up girls night out. All
I
right.
don't want people to know I drink. Put my baby on my back.
Oh,
Well, that was in
okay.
the microphone. That's
We can edit that out in post.
yeah.
Let's keep it in.
All right. John, another fantastic show for AIW. I believe one of the most well-attended, that's great grammar right there, best attended girls night out shows we've ever had here in AIW.
If they liked it, I liked it. I'm just glad it's over.
You say that after every show.
Beyond the Mat, man. You guys ever see Paul Heyman? Beyond the Mat? If they liked it, I liked it.
See, this is a rare opportunity for all of our AIW fans.
I don't talk a lot.
He doesn't talk a lot, but when he does talk, it's usually, Pedro, I hate the wrestling business. Why do I do this?
hate it a lot.
Why do I do this?
I hate it
This
a
is my
lot.
last show. I'm selling the company. Every show.
I mean, if
every
anyone
show
wants
he
to,
tells
if
me
anyone
this.
wants to buy it off me, I mean, I'm ready to. I mean, I'll make you do it.
I wouldn't say that on the mic because
I know.
we know
I
things.
wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. But yeah, what did you guys think of the show? I mean, I don't get a lot of opportunity to watch a lot of it, but I made sure to watch certain things. Like I was super interested in watching Shayna Baszler versus Mia Hamm.
That was an intense match. That put the intensity in absolute intense
I mean,
wrestling.
a lot of AIW newcomers here to Girls Night Out. Did you at least get to watch most of them a little bit, and were you pleased with what they brought to your production and your audience?
Some of the girls were a little rough around the edges, but as I've been saying a lot recently, and Pedro can attest to this, there was a time where Crazy Mary Dobson and numerous other girls were very rough around the edges. Allison Kay. I think she debuted at like Jack of All Trios or something. But this is what I enjoy the most, is getting these girls when they are like super new and rough around the edges, and like watching them develop over the years, and go on look at people like Mia Yim, Knockout champion right now. Allison Kay just signed a deal. Athena in WWE, Jasmine in WWE, Nikki Storm in WWE. It's crazy. So the new girls, yeah, some of them may have been a little rough around the edges tonight, but let's go back and look at some of them 3 girls and outs from now and see how much they've progressed. Shayna Baszler just let me know a few minutes ago, like tonight was her 8th ever professional wrestling match.
It's incredible.
Yeah, which is insane to me. Tonight was kind of crazy. Heidi Lovelace couldn't make it last minute. We were able to, I don't even know how, get Nicole Savoy here. So it's just, I don't know. It's crazy how everything worked out when just like numerous other AIW shows, like it was like impending disaster. Like it's all fucking over. No way we were gonna figure this out. And like somehow we figured it out, and I think it came together really well.
There's been way too many times I've literally have to drag you off of a ledge.
Oh my God, I'm always suicidal.
It was, one hell of a show. Congratulations again. You brought up Ms. Nicole Savoy. Maybe do we get to talk to her in this wrap-up show?
Nicole Savoy, are you? Nicole.
She was a trooper. I mean, like you said, last minute. Last minute.
She was
All right.
in Louisiana a few hours.
That's right.
You were
As
in
we said-
Louisiana a few hours ago.
As we said, it was supposed to be Mary Dobson and Heidi Lovelace for the AIW Women's Championship. Heidi couldn't make it, and in you came.
Yes, I did.
Tell us, how did this come about?
See, I've been in New Orleans training and wrestling and stuff, so like they contacted me last minute. I honestly thought I wasn't going to be able to change my ticket because, like the plane fees.
Sure.
Ridiculous. But I was actually able to do it, not get charged a fee, and I was here.
So you came in last minute. You've got a match with Crazy Mary Dobson. I mean, the moniker kind of says it all, but she's a tough competitor.
Yes, she is.
Tell us about that match. What's going through your mind?
Well, I already knew it was going to be crazy. I already knew it was going to be hard-hitting. Like, she knows all about me. I'm queen of suplexes, so she knew that she was going to get thrown around the ring. Unfortunately, I lost, but I did put up a good fight with her. I like to say we had a really awesome match. So
I would tend to agree. I know Pedro was sitting ringside. He was into it. I'm sure he would agree. The crowd would agree. The fans enjoyed it.
I know I got a please come back chant.
You got to please.
That's very hard to get a lot of times with AIW fans.
Fingers crossed.
You did.
It literally took me 10 years to get a please come back chant.
Well, thank you for coming up from Louisiana. We were glad you were here at AIW. Girls Night Out 17 in Cleveland. Come back next time. Let's pick up that victory.
I actually really want a rematch. I put it on Twitter that I would like a rematch. So
We are making matches like crazy.
We are just getting all the firsts.
Just saying.
There used to be another guy around here who used to claim he got all the scoops. We're getting the scoops right now.
We are getting the scoops.
We got 2 matches lined up for the next Girls Night Out.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
All right. Well, Nicole, thank you for joining us.
Thank you
for being here in Cleveland with us.
Thank you for coming up.
And I guess it's time we wrap this puppy up because
It's time to wrap up the wrap-up show.
Wrap it up. And again, looking forward to May the 27th and May the 28th, the JT Lightning Invitational. For more information on that, check us out at AIWrestling.com. You can follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook. Anything else?
I think that's about it. Steve Guy here, and I just want to thank you, Pedro, for letting me be part of the wrap-up show.
All right, man. Well,
and this was a pleasure. We got to do this for the first time.
In one take.
Let's do it again.
One take
I think
masters.
we should do it again sometime.
I agree. Until May the 27th, we're out of here.